Japan's stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict aligns with China's perspective, which may come as a surprising move considering Japan's alliance with the United States. The recent meeting between Japanese President Kishida and Chinese President Xi Jinping covered a wide range of topics, and the Israel-Hamas conflict emerged as a crucial issue. Despite the United States' expectation that its allies would support Israel, Japan's bold decision indicates a departure from this position. Instead, Japan prioritizes its support for human rights, a stance it shares with China in its approach to the conflict. This raises the question of how the United States will react to Japan's alignment with China. In this video, we will discuss why US allies are now standing with China and explore Japan's growing interest in China. Stick around until the end to find out if Japan believes China is right in the Israel-Hamas conflict. Let's begin. While the United States tends to group nations together, China is forging individual relationships with them. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio recently engaged in face-to-face talks, marking their first meeting in a year. The significance of this meeting lies in its potential to mend the strained ties between these two influential Asian countries and strengthen their strategic relationship. China and Japan, both economic powerhouses in Asia, have a complex history characterized by periods of cooperation and strained relations. Historical grievances, territorial disputes, and regional power dynamics have contributed to the sometimes turbulent nature of their relationship. The recent meeting between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Kishida aims to navigate this historical complexity and build a more cooperative and stable relationship. One of the main goals of the face-to-face talks was to address and alleviate the tensions that have strained the China-Japan relationship. Both nations recognized the importance of constructive dialogue in overcoming differences and paving the way for enhanced cooperation. Territorial disputes, particularly regarding the East China Sea Islands, have long been a source of tension between China and Japan. The leaders discussed peaceful ways to manage these disputes and avoid further escalation. The meeting provided an opportunity for both parties to reaffirm their commitment to finding diplomatic solutions and adhering to international norms in resolving such issues. Historical matters, including Japan's actions during World War II, have been an ongoing source of friction between the two countries. President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Kishida likely addressed these historical grievances, emphasizing the significance of acknowledging the past while working towards a shared future. Establishing common ground on historical issues is crucial for building trust and fostering a more positive relationship. In addition to addressing historical and territorial concerns, the leaders explored opportunities for enhanced economic cooperation. Both China and Japan recognize the economic benefits of a strong partnership and aim to explore avenues for collaboration in trade, investment, and technology. Strengthening economic ties between the two nations not only benefits them individually, but also contributes to regional stability and prosperity. China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative played a prominent role in the discussions. President Xi Jinping likely highlighted the potential for collaboration between China and Japan in infrastructure development projects under the Belt and Road Initiative. Finding common ground on the Belt and Road Initiative presents an opportunity for China and Japan to enhance economic cooperation and promote regional connectivity. Additionally, the leaders likely discussed the global challenges of climate change and environmental degradation, exploring avenues for joint initiatives, technology sharing, and sustainable development to address shared environmental concerns. The outcome of the meeting between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Kishida carries significant implications for regional stability. A positive shift in China-Japan relations contributes to a more stable East Asia, alleviating concerns about potential conflicts. The engagement between the two leaders signifies a commitment to diplomatic solutions and sets a positive tone for future interactions. Building mutual trust is crucial in fostering a stable and cooperative relationship between nations. The face-to-face talks provided an opportunity for President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Kishida to establish personal rapport and deepen mutual understanding. Measures such as diplomatic dialogue and cultural exchanges play a vital role in overcoming historical mistrust and laying the foundation for a more positive relationship. The meeting between Chinese and Japanese leaders also sheds light on the evolving dynamics in East Asia. As major regional players, China and Japan have a significant impact on shaping the geopolitical landscape. The diplomatic engagement between these nations can potentially influence broader regional dynamics, including alliances, economic partnerships, and security arrangements. China's relations with Japan are interconnected with larger regional alliances and partnerships, and the outcome of their talks may have implications for China's relationships with neighboring countries and regional organizations. A positive turn in China-Japan relations could foster a more cooperative regional environment, promoting stability and development. Moreover, the meeting holds global influence and cooperation implications. China and Japan are influential players in international forums and contribute significantly to global governance. A cooperative relationship between these nations enhances their capacity to address global challenges, from public health crises to economic uncertainties. Thus, the recent face-to-face talks between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Fumio Kishida represent a significant step towards improving strained ties and fostering a more cooperative relationship. As China and Japan navigate the complexities of their relationship, the world eagerly watches, hoping for a positive trajectory that contributes to peace, stability, and prosperity in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. Before we continue, we would like to know if you are enjoying the video. If you are, please like and share the video, and consider subscribing to our channel for more content on China's development, power, and influence in the world. Sustaining the positive momentum in China-Japan relations requires ongoing efforts from both sides. The talks between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Kishida marked a significant step towards reaffirming the strategic relationship between the two countries. However, it is important to recognize that building a stable and cooperative relationship is a continuous process that requires commitment and proactive engagement. To sustain the positive momentum, China and Japan can focus on several key areas. 1. Dialogue and communication. Continued diplomatic dialogue and open communication channels between the leaders and relevant government officials are essential. Regular high-level meetings, exchanges, and consultations can help address emerging issues, build trust, and prevent misunderstandings. 2. Economic cooperation. Leveraging their economic strengths, China and Japan can explore opportunities for enhanced economic cooperation. This can include joint investment projects, trade partnerships, technology sharing, and collaboration in sectors of mutual interest. Economic cooperation can serve as a strong foundation for a stable and productive relationship. 3. People-to-people exchanges. Cultural and educational exchanges, tourism, and cooperation in academic and research fields can foster mutual understanding and build bridges between the peoples of China and Japan. People-to-people exchanges contribute to long-term relationship building and can help overcome historical and cultural barriers. 4. Confidence-building measures. Confidence-building measures, such as maritime safety agreements, joint exercises, and cooperation in disaster management, can enhance trust and reduce tensions in specific areas. These measures demonstrate a commitment to peaceful coexistence and can contribute to regional stability. 5. Track 2. Diplomacy. Engaging non-governmental organizations, think tanks, and academic institutions in Track 2. Diplomacy can provide alternative channels for dialogue, generate new ideas, and facilitate discussions on sensitive issues. Track 2 diplomacy can supplement official dialogues and offer fresh perspectives on bilateral relations. 6. Regional cooperation. China and Japan can actively engage in regional multilateral frameworks, such as ASEAN-centered mechanisms, to promote regional cooperation and address shared challenges. Collaborative efforts on issues like climate change, security, and economic integration can foster a more cooperative regional environment. Establishing a positive diplomatic framework requires continuous efforts to address evolving challenges, encourage open communication, and adapt to changing geopolitical dynamics. People-to-people connections play a crucial role in maintaining positive diplomatic relations. Cultural exchanges, educational programs, and grassroots initiatives contribute significantly to fostering mutual understanding and trust. By nurturing these connections between the people of China and Japan, the foundation of their relationship can be strengthened, allowing it to transcend political and economic factors. President Xi Jinping's emphasis on reaffirming the strategic relationship between China and Japan reflects a commitment to stability, cooperation, and mutual benefit. The discussions between the leaders extend beyond immediate concerns and encompass historical grievances, territorial disputes, and economic collaboration. Developing a positive diplomatic framework is a complex process that involves navigating geopolitical complexities, acknowledging cultural differences, and recognizing the mutual influence each country has in the region. As China and Japan navigate their path forward, the international community eagerly watches, hoping for a sustained positive momentum that contributes to peace, stability, and prosperity in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. Regarding Japan's relationship with the United States and China amid the Israel-Hamas conflict, recent observations have sparked questions about Japan's diplomatic stance. Japan's alliance with the United States has been a fundamental aspect of its foreign policy since the end of World War II. The bilateral relationship, enshrined in the US-Japan Security Treaty, is deeply rooted in history and characterized by shared democratic values, economic collaboration, and a mutual interest in regional stability. The presence of US military bases in Japan further underscores the strength of this alliance. However, it raises curiosity about Japan's alignment with China, considering its close ties with the US. Japan and China share a complex history, including periods of tension. Nevertheless, in recent years, economic considerations have played a pivotal role in bringing the two nations closer. China is Japan's largest trading partner, and their economic interdependence has driven diplomatic engagement. Both countries benefit from robust economic ties, fostering trade, investment, and technology cooperation. The Asia-Pacific region has witnessed geopolitical shifts, with China's emergence as a major player. As a significant regional actor, Japan recognizes the importance of maintaining stability and avoiding potential conflicts. Engaging with China enables Japan to contribute to regional stability through diplomatic means, addressing shared challenges such as territorial disputes and North Korea's nuclear ambitions. Global challenges, ranging from climate change to public health crises, necessitate multilateral cooperation. Japan and China have found common ground in addressing these challenges through international forums and organizations. Collaborative efforts on global issues create opportunities for diplomatic dialogue and bridge building between nations. As for Japan's stance on China's approach in the Israel-Hamas conflict, without specific information, it is challenging to determine Japan's exact position. As the Israel-Hamas conflict continues, questions arise about Japan's position and its alignment with China's narrative. Japan has a long-standing tradition of maintaining a neutral stance in conflicts that do not directly impact its national interests. This neutrality allows Japan to engage in diplomatic efforts without taking sides, emphasizing peaceful dialogue and resolution. Japan's approach is rooted in its commitment to stability, cooperation, and adherence to international norms. The nation expresses deep concern for the humanitarian impact of the conflict on civilians, reflecting its commitment to human rights. Japan actively calls for the protection of civilians in the Israel-Hamas conflict, urging all parties involved to minimize harm to non-combatants, adhere to international humanitarian law, and prioritize the safety of innocent civilians. Japan's position aligns with its broader commitment to peaceful conflict resolution. The nation consistently advocates for dialogue, negotiations, and diplomatic efforts to resolve conflicts peacefully. Japan has consistently supported the two-state solution for the Israel-Palestine conflict, endorsing the idea of two independent states, Israel and Palestine, coexisting side by side in peace. The support for the two-state solution reflects Japan's commitment to diplomatic and peaceful resolutions. Instead of endorsing a unilateral approach, Japan emphasizes the importance of negotiations between the involved parties to achieve a lasting and equitable settlement. This commitment aligns with Japan's broader foreign policy principles, recognizing the historical complexities of the conflict and the need for a comprehensive and just resolution. Regarding Japan's perspective on China's leadership role, China has undoubtedly emerged as a global powerhouse due to its rapid economic growth and technological advancements. While Japan has traditionally maintained strong ties with the United States, recent observations suggest a shift in Japan's economic outlook and recognition of China's influence, including its approach to the Israel-Hamas conflict. China's economic growth has elevated it to a global economic powerhouse, and Japan, as a close neighbor and significant regional player, recognizes the mutual benefits of cooperation in trade, investment, and technology. Japan acknowledges China's multifaceted impact on the global stage, including its role in shaping geopolitical dynamics, regional stability, and global governance. Japan's engagement with China extends beyond economic considerations. It reflects a pragmatic understanding of the benefits of collaboration with China for Japan and the broader Asian region. While Japan has historically maintained a strong alliance with the United States, recent developments suggest a reassessment of global partnerships. The alignment of Japan's approach to the Israel-Hamas conflict with that of China signifies a convergence of views on certain global issues. It exemplifies the changing dynamic in Japan's perspective and evolving relationship with China, emphasizing the recognition of China's influence and the pursuit of mutual interests through bilateral cooperation. Japan sees China as the new leader, not only because of economic reasons, but also because they share similar views on diplomacy, regional conflicts, and international cooperation. The relationship between China and Japan has grown closer compared to Japan's ties with the United States, which have been a long-standing alliance. Recent changes in geopolitics have brought China and Japan together as they have economic interdependence and shared interests. Both countries understand the importance of stability in East Asia and collaborate to address complex geopolitical issues and security concerns. Japan's increasing closeness to China is a strategic move to tackle regional challenges and maintain stability in the Asia-Pacific region. While historical alliances remain important, Japan recognizes the need to adapt to emerging global realities. China's regional leadership and its influence beyond economics also play a role in Japan's evolving perspective. Japan's recognition of China's regional leadership does not mean a complete departure from its traditional allies, but rather a pragmatic approach to balancing alliances in response to the complex geopolitical environment. Japan continues to engage with the United States while strengthening ties with China. Japan's perception of China as the new leader is influenced by economic considerations, shared perspectives on global issues, and evolving diplomatic dynamics. The evolving relationship between China and Japan also extends to shared approaches to geopolitical challenges like the Israel-Hamas conflict. This shift in Japan's perspective reflects the changing dynamics in East Asia and Japan's understanding of the need to adapt to emerging global realities while maintaining strategic alliances for the benefit of all parties involved. It can be said that the US is not only losing its position as the world's most influential country, but also losing some of its allies. What do you think about Japan's possible move to join China against the Israel-Palestine conflict? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you loved the video, like and subscribe.